Eat it, hey? I'm literally destroying my guests. Hello, darling girls, and welcome to the Lean Girl Kitchen Meal Makeovers. We are here today combining two of our very favorite shows, which is a makeover show and a cooking show. And we are going to attempt to make one of your favorite dishes, but a low-calorie, high-protein version. So we have a very special guest that is going to be joining us here today in the kitchen to get cooking with us. And my goal is to create her favorite dish, but a version that's a little bit lighter on the calories, a little bit better on the protein, but just as delicious. And so without further ado, I want to welcome our very special guest for today, Michaela, aka Better with Balance, an incredible transformational coach who does an incredible job on Instagram, providing so much value, so much amazing content, amazing recipes that even me myself, I'm like, damn girl, that looks good. So we are making one of her favorite dishes, and I am very excited for her to come and join me in the kitchen today.
And it is so good to be here.
So good to have you here.
Yeah. Are you ready?
Are you ready?
I hope so, girl.
You know what the first thing that was on my mind when I thought about this? I was like, I think Michaela's biceps are bigger than mine, and that might be a problem for me.
But at least
whose are bigger?
You're gonna make a good meal.
Okay, I'm not even gonna pull mine. We are gonna be making one of your favorite dishes, and there's actually a bit of a story behind it, because the last time we saw each other, we actually ate this dish.
We actually did.
We actually did.
How crazy.
That's how obsessed this chick is. Wherever she goes, she's like, I'm going where this dish is.
And I can never find this dish anyway in Joburg
so
or Pretoria.
Why we have to make ours.
So you need to like proper recreate it.
So what is your favorite dish?
It is Nasi Goreng. I actually fell in love with Nasi Goreng after being in Bali, because that's all I ate in Bali was Nasi Goreng. And then to come back to SA and not have Nasi Goreng, it's a problem.
We actually met for a casual drink, champagne.
Yeah.
A few glasses. And then she was like, listen, I'm actually here for this dish. You have to try it. And it was next level.
4 hours later.
Yeah, 4 hours later, we were still eating Nasi Goreng, and it was next level. So I'm excited to recreate this version. It's not the most high calorie, but when it comes, so basically it's a fried rice, right?
Yeah, that's technically exactly
Indonesian fried rice. And so the only thing that really is high cal about that is the oil that they use. Because you know they do. It's like, you know those tomato sauce squirty bottles? Like, you see them making it.
It's like the Jamie Oliver of oil there in Bali.
Yes. So today we are gonna try and just bring down the fat a little bit, which will help with the calories and make it just as tasty.
That's what we need.
Just as delicious.
That's what we need.
That is what we need. Okay, so we have all of our ingredients ready, and we are going to get cooking on the stove. So we have our wok on the stove, just a big pan basically, and here's where we're starting the calorie saving. We're going to use spray and cook, which is my go-to. Do you use oil in general, or do you use spray and cook?
It depends what I'm cooking. Like if we're making fried eggs or something, we are like team spray and cook.
Yeah.
But if I'm doing like meal prep mince, or anything that does actually need some oil, we do add olive oil.
Yeah. Okay, and then just starting off with some onion and some garlic. So you can go, Michaela and I love the garlic, so we're gonna do a good, is that more than a teaspoon? It's about a teaspoon and a bit.
Yeah.
Of garlic, and then half a chopped onion. Okay, and then we're throwing in our onion, and then we basically just want this to start browning. And when you start browning them, all of the flavor comes out. It's really smelling good.
Translucent onions.
Translucent onions. That's when they get caramelized.
Yeah.
And delicious. This is a really simple dish. So it's basically chicken, it's day-old rice,
Yes.
garlic, onion, a bit of cabbage.
Any kind of vegetable is
Any kind of
generally
veggie.
good, but cabbage is great.
Okay, so I'm gonna throw our chicken in as well at this point. So I have 200 grams of just chicken fillets, that are also going to be going in. So we're making a chicken version. And so I'm also just going to season this at this point. So I'm just going to add some good old salt and pepper before we add all of the rest of our lovely sauces, which is actually going to give this the flavor. So tell me, what did you have for breakfast?
Today, I overslept and I didn't eat breakfast. And then when we drove here, we stopped at Seattle and I had a bagel with ham and cheese. Normally, mince on toast with eggs and avo.
Okay, and then what else? What does the rest of your day look like in terms of what you eat?
Generally, pre-workout is cereal, so like Cocoa Pops or Rice Krispies or OTs. That's like my go-to. Then after that, for lunch, generally we'll just have like leftovers from dinner. So if we have like pasta for dinner, we'll make extra for lunch. Or we'll do like a bagel with chicken and avo, with potato wedges or something like that. And
so always a carb, a protein,
and a fat. Yeah.
And then some kind of veg.
Yeah. Dinner, at least 4 days a week I'm having a burger. At minimum.
So which burgers do you love?
Love the ostrich patties from Woolworths.
Ostrich ones are great.
And then generally go with like a low GI bun, and we do potato wedges or oven chips, and we do that at least 4 days a week just because it's super quick.
Super convenient.
Yeah.
Those ostrich patties are a game changer.
They are, they're the best.
But what is the weirdest thing you've ever eaten? Okay, while she thinks, we're adding very old rice.
Very old rice.
So here is one thing to this dish. You need to be adding day-old rice.
Yes.
Because if it's too soft and you've just cooked it, it's just going to break up in the dish and you're going to get mush. So we actually very conveniently coconut jasmine rice from Woolworths, already done and dusted. So we're going to throw this whole packet in. Okay, so you just want to break up your rice. All right, it's still doing it a little bit. This rice is real clumpy. Like, have you eaten bugs?
Oh, like that kind of weird. I don't think I've ever put myself in that situation. I don't think I've ever eaten anything strange. Sometimes I refer to beetroot as a weird thing because I don't know how anyone eats beetroot. It tastes like the ground that it grew in. I can't.
The reason why I'm asking is because I literally have the strongest stomach of all time.
Same.
And like in Bali, I literally was like, get me bugs. Like I want to eat them.
Oh no.
Like if you put me on Fear Factor and you gave me the bull testicle, I would win the money. I'm just saying. Then our very delicious sauce is going in. Sweet Indonesian style soy sauce, which I think this gives it all the flavor.
You need to have some kind of soy. Preferably sweet. Like it has to be in there.
Yeah.
Otherwise it's literally rice and chicken. That's what it is.
It's literally a bodybuilding diet.
Bring the broccoli!
Okay, so we're adding 2 tablespoons of this. And then we have one more sauce that we need to add. And this is a fish sauce. So you could get shrimp paste, which also gives that sort of, I guess it is like an Asian shrimpy flavor, or you can use fish sauce.
The very traditional stuff.
Yes. I try to find the shrimp paste, but alas, you girls know I like to make recipes that are simple.
Yes.
So if it's ingredients that you can't find, I'm like,
it's not helpful.
It's not helpful. I know. We have little Chinese cabbages, pak choy, that we're going to use that have a mild mustard flavor.
Oh, great. I've never tasted that. It's like, have you ever bought like a bottle of wine and it says hints of oakiness and dark chocolate, and then you taste it and you're like, just tastes like red wine to me.
I was at a wine tasting and they told me it was like new tennis balls.
What? What flavor is that?
It had notes of new tennis balls. Okay, and then we're also going to throw in some spring onions.
I'm starting to feel hungry.
I'm also hungry.
I'm hungry now. Looking really good now. Like the green just gives it that like vibrance, you know? That Indonesianness that we needed. Did you ever, as a child, maybe you still do it as an adult, I don't know, but have rice with sugar and milk?
Say what?
That's a real thing. Like growing up, if we had leftover rice from dinner, we would put it in a bowl with milk and sugar.
Like cereal?
Yeah, but like survive.
No.
You need to try
I don't
it.
believe you.
It's a thing.
Okay, and then to top off our nasi goreng, you have to have
a fried egg.
the perfect fried egg?
It can't be hard. It has to be like, it's the sauce to your rice. So it needs to be soft.
Has to be perfect. So I'm gonna try and not mess it up. But this is how I normally do my fried egg. So again, I don't use oil, I use spray and cook. So you want a hot pan. I believe if you do it on there, it will explode.
Apparently. I haven't tested it because I don't actually want to blow up.
Lose an eyebrow. No. Talking about eyebrows, what is the most offensive thing that someone has said to you online?
I don't really think someone's ever said something like super nasty to me.
Really?
Yeah. Not about my like
appearance, or
not
just
about my features,
or just in general, like not about your appearance.
I do have like this one recipe post that went up that has all of the haters. Like the most haters you could ever have on a recipe, they were all featured on this video.
No. Why didn't they like the recipe?
It was like a whole lot of, so I think it was like a 5-ingredient recipe or something like that. So I was trying to keep it super simple to like not complicate people's lives and something quick that they could just throw together. And then obviously it just got a little bit crazy and everyone was like, not everyone, some people.
Some people.
Where is all of your seasoning and why this recipe is going to give you salmonella, which obviously not going to happen because you cook it. But anyway, so that was a bit crazy. But that's probably the worst that I've had so far.
Okay, so that's nice.
Yeah.
People are nice to you. I don't know. Clearly, maybe it's me. People have been mean. They have been really mean.
What? Like what?
Someone, that's why I was thinking about eyebrows. Like, okay, at one point, I will admit, my eyebrows, like, you know when you tint them, and like sometimes the first few days,
they're super dark.
They are like,
that happens to me as well.
Super dark, and you have to put up with that.
Yeah.
Because if you don't make it dark enough, then
it's already gone by the next day. Exactly.
So then, I don't know what video it was, like what I was teaching, but I was just like doing a teaching video trying to add value, and someone was like, I think your eyebrows are bigger than your brain. That one cut me deep. It did. Okay, so our eggs are on the pan, and how I get them perfect, because you don't want the bottom to burn and then the top is not done. So I actually put the lid on, and then just before I think that they're done, I actually add a splash of water, and that almost steams the top.
I've never done that.
I'm gonna show you.
I'm actually intrigued.
Stick with me, girl. Okay, so when your eggs are pretty much almost done, you're just gonna create a bit of steam. And then you're gonna put the lid on. And then that gives like, because you don't want your egg totally runny on top. You want it to still have a nice cooked film, and then the middle should be runny. And then once the water's disappeared, you take the lid off. Otherwise they will continue cooking and they will ruin everything. Okay, gal, we're plating up.
I'm ready.
It's lunchtime, basically. I'm not gonna lie, this smells so good.
It does, hey?
It smells so good.
I'm very excited.
481 calories per person.
Yeah.
For a delicious plate of food. So now we're gonna garnish. So we have to, apparently we put cucumber and tomato with it. Is that how you've had yours before?
I don't think so.
No.
But we can.
But we should.
We're adding some micros.
We're adding some micros into it. And then also a squeeze of lime. I must say, I do like a bit of like freshness in my dishes.
Yeah.
We need it
Needs to look aesthetic.
Needs to be aesthetic, you know, because we're Instagrammers. Look at us.
Looks like Tasha's. Like if Tasha's did a Nasi Goreng.
This would be it.
Yeah.
If you'd like the lingual recipe, I'll give you some, you can give me credits. Okay, and then we're gonna add our lovely little egg on top.
It's looking really good.
It's looking delicious. I do say so myself. Okay, so now we need to add some chili, but we mistakenly got bird's eye chilies. Well, I did, won't say good. Which are pretty much one of the hottest chilies you can ever eat. The smaller the chili, the hotter they are. Like a jalapeno,
yeah,
it's not hot.
I can handle a jalapeno easy.
Yes. Maybe we should do the chili challenge.
We must get some milk. I don't know how hot a bird's eye chili is.
I think it's the hottest. Because I'm scared. Okay, bird's eye chili challenge. Eat it, hey?
Maybe if we just swallow it and not chew it, it will be better.
That's true, I'm chewing too much. Someone bring the milk. Bring the bananas.
I think it's going to be burning my mouth for like another hour.
I'm literally destroying my guests. Okay, so I've taken the seeds out because I believe that's the hottest.
Yep.
That's the very hottest. And I'm gonna chop this really fine. Didn't
Like
you
really
do like cooking school?
Yeah, I did. But even if you like go to cooking school, you can only learn good knife skills with practice. Like you're not going to learn it in a few months.
It's not about technique.
No.
It's about practice.
Well, you need technique, yes. Otherwise, you're going to chop with your hand. But you need to practice.
How's
But
my
this is the
skill?
best way of chopping.
This
So
is without
rough chop.
any
Studying.
studying.
Yeah.
We're gonna clean up and then we're gonna do the taste test to see if I could make Michaela's favorite food, but a delicious lingual version. Okay, so we have to do the egg yolk porn test here, which I feel like Michaela needs to do it. I feel like that egg is begging for a yolk porn situation. Yes!
It looks good. It's
We
a
did
perfect
it.
egg.
With a perfect egg.
Angie's like egg trick clearly works well. The water in the pan thing.
See? Okay, that's basically our sauce.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
We're gonna take a big bite and make sure you get a chili. That was very tasty. I'm not gonna lie.
I actually love it.
Okay, but Michaela,
I think I would pour in more chili even.
I think we could. And the egg does the trick.
This is a fake lime.
Limes are very hard to squeeze.
Yeah.
If you think about one of the most delicious Nasi Goreng dishes you've ever had,
Okay.
with all the oil, in comparison, out of 10, how would you rate?
I would say as a like lower calorie alternative.
Yes.
Like we can't compare the OG. As a
Yes.
lower calorie alternative, it's like a 9 out of 10.
Okay, what would make it a 10? Some oil. We needed a little extra
All the
oil.
calories will make it a 10, but I think it's a great,
It's got a lot of flavor.
it does.
I
It's
must
a great
say.
low calorie
It's a
alternative.
fantastic dish. Okay, darlings, so there you go. A brand new recipe that I bet you haven't tried because it's not a common one. Inspired by one of your favorite fitness and health people on the gram.
On the gram.
And if you're not following her yet, you better check her out, Better with Balance. She does the most amazing content. And thanks, Mix. Thanks for coming to cook with me today.
Thanks for having me.
Let me know what recipe you'd like to see next on the channel. And go ahead and let us know if you're going to try this one out.
Bye.
Bye.